Hello everyone, how are you doing today? You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. First off, I'm showing off that we're Platinum 3. Get out of the way! There we go. So yes, congratulations. Congratulations to my alliance leaders that led us to victory again to Platinum 3. And everyone else who worked hard. You all worked hard. I'm very proud of you. Anyway, I have something to say before this video comes up. So I'm going to be showing you a skill video, how to do Doom 2.3 with skill. But I recorded this quite a while ago. It was actually a few months ago. And so the thing is, I've had a lot of questions on how to do the skill nodes. Some people tell me that they conk out regularly and they're complaining about RNG, yada yada yada. So I thought, well, if I make a skill video, the problem is I'm in Dark Dimension 5. I'm currently on the Cosmic, and if you look at my skill, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have them all at 6 red, 7 yellow, G16, almost all the ISOs maxed out. So if I make a video, I mean, we look at this team, it's like, look at that, 975k. So if I do a video on how to do it, you guys are going to be like, well, you just brute force your way through. I kind of lose credibility with that. So these earlier footage, the characters aren't quite maxed out. They're still probably pretty built up, but not to the same extent. So I will break down what T4s I have, what the ISOs I use, and then I will show you the actual nodes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. And also, because you put up with the future me, I am going to be showing you a clip of what happened when I tried to pull for Gambit. No, there's a delay. Okay, well, we're still at the 4 red. That's it. That's all we've got it. I mean, that's not the end of the world, but still. Yes! Woo! Yes! All right. Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode. Today we're going to be looking at the skill raids. Right, so first off, I'm actually kind of surprised by how often I get asked this for the Doom raids. I regularly get asked, who do you use? And I thought this was the standard. So looking into it a little deeper, I've heard people using Gamora as a 5th. I've heard Nick Fury. I've heard Moondragon. I don't really know how you guys do it, I'll be honest. When my Shang-Chi was 3 yellow, 3 red, he was MVP on my team. Can't imagine replacing this guy. Now he's 5-star, 5 red, and I've seen him do like over 500k on a crit with his ult that hits everybody. Like, it seems like a no-brainer to me. But yeah, basically, you're gonna need the Secret Avengers. Kestrel is Bay, and then using Shang-Chi, I think this works really good. On the earlier iterations of Doom, you could probably squeeze by with a different team. When you get to 2.3, I think that that's the team that you're going to need. This one right here. So let's just check out their T3s first before we get started. As you can see, I brought everybody up to G15. I was using Gamora before I was using Shang-Chi, which is why she's built up like that. But yeah, G15, level 85. The health and damage makes a huge difference, so they kind of had to be maxed out. Basically, I try to tell people, don't put the resources in if your team is working. You only invest in them if they're not doing what you need them to do. So with Capsule, I wouldn't say that these are all essential. It's just they're all really good. Some of them are essential, obviously. Like, I mean, his passive is really good. You're going to need that. You can argue that his basic isn't essential. I thought that alone, the positive clearing, plus he does all this damage, it just made sense to me to max him out. Kestrel, same thing. She was arena meta for the longest time. Use her in all the raids. You're not going to go wrong by investing completely in her. Gamora, I went a little crazy because, I mean, I pulled a 6 red on her when she first came out, so I was excited when she got the rework and I went nuts. And so, yeah, for Carter, I mean, if you look at her special here, ability block for 2 turns is really important with Doom, and for whatever reason, if you can't kill him in that time. Plus, that adds a ridiculous amount of damage, so that was a no-brainer. The ult, clearing all positive effects from the enemy, is pretty sweet. That seemed to be worth it for me. Plus, like I said, it does a lot of damage. She's not really meant for damage. She's control, but all that damage is good. The others I didn't touch. I don't think they're necessary. And then Marie Hill, I did go a little nuts on her. Her special I wasn't using for the longest time. I got cyberbullied to get it. I honestly don't think it makes that much of a difference, especially like look at my Maria Hill. 6 red. She's not 7-star yet, but like her minions don't do any damage. Even they're gonna do damage through Kestrel with the defense down. So I don't think that this, to make the minions stronger, is that really that big of a deal. Having the 3 instead of 2, I haven't noticed that huge of a difference, to be honest. Maybe if she was smaller and every single little bit counted, it would be more worthwhile, but it wasn't really for me. Now her ult, on the other hand, clear all negative effects. That alone makes this worth it. The damage, it's not bad damage, to be honest. It's not bad, but it's meant to be clearing all those negative debuffs. That's the biggest thing. And then her passive, I mean, yeah, 15% healing instead of 10% healing. That's totally worth it. And last but not least, we have Shang-Chi himself. So his basic is pretty good. This only adds 60% damage, but the basic without this is still pretty good. Extra crit chance is nice, but I just didn't feel worth it to me. Maybe if I pulled higher at him, and I would have done this months ago, but it just didn't really seem worth it. So his special, I figured that I do it enough because you know, you get energy pretty quick and stuff, that the extra damage made a difference. I wouldn't call that essential by any stretch. His ult, I would say, is essential. You're going to be using this often. It hits hard without this. It hits even harder with it. And that speed bar reduction might not seem like much, but there will be many times where it makes a huge difference. So yeah, I would call this essential. And then his passive, I don't know if I would consider this one essential. It helps for sure. It really does. But if you're hurting for T4s, then I'd say just the ult. And then look at the ISO. I think it's pretty straightforward. Skirmisher, striker, healer, raider. Aside from his basic, he's always hitting multiple targets. She's healing all the time. Her double tap is awesome on raids. A speed bar rewind that hits twice, so it's minus 500. That is awesome. Kestrel just damage, so you want her to have damage. And then Cap Sam, I guess the focus is important. The focus would be important for this one, clearing the positive effect. I don't know why I've never seen anyone use Striker. Let me know if you're using something else and it's working better. I'd like to hear that. So let's get into this. I'll just make sure. Yeah, I got it selected. Didn't want to get George Lucas. It's nothing worse than starting it off and seeing my Moondragon, who I stopped building up. In regards to this positioning, my logic here is basically that she was my tankiest, and she kind of is pretty good at keeping herself alive with the debuffs, cleanse, and healing herself with it. So that's why I put her beside Sam. But again, if you have a different positioning, I'd like to hear it. Okay, so that was best case scenario, that the blind goes on her. So it did nothing. So we can do the special, get the defense down on everybody. We're going to use Shang-Chi ult. Get us some speed bar rewind. She's going to heal up. Fortunately didn't kill Ramirez here, but he's done for. So we'll get the vulnerable on Black Bolt. He's going to get healed and that'll get removed. Okay, we're going to put defense down on Crystal. And so we're going to stun Black Bolt. It's going to do speed bar rewind on him too, and we got rid of Crystal. Okay, so we'll get rid of that on Bishop. He's also got defense down now. So Bishop and Black Bolt are the priorities. I don't want to keep attacking him though, because it invites counterattacks. We are going to do this. Shang-Chi can take a hit from him. He's got deflex. Okay, so we're going to use this basic, hoping for speed bar rewinds. I was targeting him because he was the closest to go, not because he was the biggest threat. Okay, we're gonna save this. Maybe that's famous last words. It's getting closer to him going next, which is why I have switched targets to him. But fortunately, we have this edge. We have his daughter. Speed bar rewind plus a slow, so he's not gonna get another turn. And we're gonna target him for the slow. Okay, so I want to put speed down, or defense down, get some free hits from Kestrel. This is going to kill him. And then we'll get a free hit from Kestrel. It's the name of the game. Again, we'll put a slow here. There we go, and just in time. So yeah, Black Bolt doesn't get a turn. And defense down. There we go. And at this point, we can hopefully get some cooldowns back, get closer to something. So it's not completely reset, but still we're in a better position to go ahead on the second node. So that was probably the best case scenario for how it works with RNG. You might have some different situations where Jubilee puts a blind on Shang-Chi. You're just going to have to adjust accordingly. Okay, so yeah, we're still pretty good for healing. Ideally, you want to get through this without healing. Node 2 though, this is 2.3. I've never done this. Let's see what happens. Even on 2.2, sometimes RNG is just not on my side and it doesn't end well. You know, you get soloed by a single silver because you can't get a defense down on. Okay, so basically you don't want the ability block on Maria Hill. That's like the end game. So we'll see what happens here. I do this because you can hit everybody, plus I don't want Falcon using his ult or his special. Alright, so we're gonna tank this hit for everybody. Okay, Shang-Chi ult, which should hopefully kill Falcon. There we go. Not quite enough to kill her though, unfortunately. Or him even. Ugh. Okay, we've got to get rid of those heal blocks. We got to get the heals and we get defense. That might be enough to kill her though, which is awesome. Awesome possum. We are going to stun him so he doesn't keep putting up his thingy. Plus he's got disrupt now. His Kajigger. Okay, Magneto is the next threat. So yeah, we got... There we go. There we go. This is really good. We got 800 speed bar. We just basically don't want him using his ult right now. This is a much better target, but I want to kill Blob. I need to kill Blob because he's going to keep putting the flex up there. So yeah, otherwise you think hitting more is better, right? That sounds logical. We almost got him. He should be dead next time Kestrel hits. So also want to try to take down one of these silvers. This would be delicious, I'm not gonna lie, but we need that for Doom on the next node, so we're gonna have to leave that. Shoot. Yeah, he had to die. He had to die. I didn't want to face that again. You know, so she's really important to kill. I mean, you don't want any of these alive. Look at that. Completely forgot about this guy. Actually, I don't need speedbar rewinds on him. Wonder if we lose because of this. How embarrassing. Normally I would advise it to saving that, but we got put in a really bad position here. Okay, this is good. We got the speed bar. Rewind. I'm going to use this. I want to get rid of that defense up. I don't want to say anything until we're in the clear. Hey, basics, again, for the speed bar rewind, hopefully. Not always going to happen. It's actually very unlikely it will, but when it does happen, there we go, delicious. And nutritious. Tastes just like chicken. Okay, so despite my best efforts to sabotage my own run, we managed to pull it off. Gotta think on your feet. So let's go into this boss node and see what we got. The main thing here is you want to get a cock block on Doom. That's the most important thing. As long as you don't have to deal with your his ult, you can do good. Plus, you don't have to worry so much about cooldowns because that's it. She's the only one that you'd be worried about, Kestrel, because there's the Techno next. Okay, so we don't have this prepared because we had to use that to survive, but that's okay. Oh, okay, one blind. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, we'll just get him out of the way. We don't really need the heals right now, so let's just bring some friends. Okay, and there we go. So her special, being T forward, is 2 turns of that. And there's a bit of a speed bar rewind. Thanos. Okay. We'll do the ult, the delicious ult. Okay, so we got one turn to kill him off now. This is unfortunate that we don't have or we got 2 turns to kill him off, my bad. Yeah, we're not able to cleanse this. Okay, now we're going to use the ult, get rid of those disrupts, some heals, and it gives deflects. Okay, we'll do this. I normally prefer to use that for Maw, but we had to break out of that. It's unfortunate, but sometimes you have to do things a little differently. And there we go, some speed bar, killed Thanos. So 500 isn't bad. We'll do this for the speed bar rewind. And you know what? I don't want Maw. You especially don't want his ult going off, but even his special is pretty... It can be pretty devastating, right? Putting defense up on everybody and offense down on you. It's not fun. So Corvus Glaive on these nodes is pretty deadly. Or can be, actually. I mean, they're all pretty deadly. Like, look at this. They're all, like, tag teaming my Maria Hill. Okay, so... Go here. There we go. I'm doing this because it's hitting the majority of people. And, yeah, let's go for it. Oh! There you go. Pay attention, gents. I'll blame Scopely. No, it was my own fault. Pay attention. Try to figure out how I can edit that out. No, I'm just kidding. We'll leave it in for integrity's sake. We'll be like, we skipped ahead. Like, what happened to her ult? Oh, I don't know. Like, shrugging my shoulders. Like, no, no, no. Integrity is very important. Look at all those vulnerables we have. Okay. We're gonna go this way. You don't want to really target her because if she counterattacks, it ends. So you want her to start on somebody else. That way you get to see. Basically it. Oof. Well, goodbye minions. Look at that. Kestrel's almost done too. Should have done her for the slow. I just kind of wanted her dead. Okay, and like I mentioned, we're done with skill, so it's only Kestrel's cooldowns that we would want to be concerned about. Go long. Oh, she's alive. Just by a hair. There we go. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about the cooldowns. Just give him hell. And she's got no other target, so she might get killed in the counter. Oh, there is no counter. And there we go. So, yeah, pretty close. There was obvious misplays on my part. But we were able to pull it off. If you guys have stuck around, you've seen my bio video, and now you've seen my skill. Stick around. I have some roster reviews coming up. And we're gonna be starting War Review again. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And don't be shy to catch me on stream. I'm streaming on Mondays and Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Have a good night.